All right, everyone, welcome back to the Tempe DC podcast. Coach Gino here, back with Mark. Mark, give me a shout.
Yo, what's up, everyone?
It is September 1st, 2023. It is getting pretty gloomy out here today. The weather's been really nice as of recently, but today just came out with some rain. So everyone, hopefully you guys have been good. We haven't touched base in a minute with the gym updates, but we're going to jump into some of those today. So Labor Day, September 4th, next Monday, we are closed. Okay, don't show up to the gym. Make sure you guys enjoy the holiday. No classes going on until the Tuesday, September 5th. Okay, so check your calendars. Again, adjust accordingly. So we got promotion day in a couple weeks. Make sure you mark your calendars. September 15th. Again, if you guys have been doing jiu-jitsu with us for a while and you think you're due for promotions, come on by, enjoy the potluck and enjoy the ceremony. Some of you guys will get promoted, some of you won't, and it's going to be part of the process. We'll do another promotion day another time in the future, but 9/15, again, mark your calendars for the upcoming one. Okay, so all you guys coming back from summer vacation, everyone's been coming back to the gym. The class has been more packed. Make sure to reserve your classes early, guys, so that we can make sure you have room in the class. We haven't gotten to a point where we're overfilled with the numbers in the class, and hopefully that won't happen. But if it does, again, just make sure you ensure it with reserving your class on time, giving us the instructors the heads up that you're coming in to train. And if you're not coming, make sure you guys cancel, please. Okay. Wrestling class is happening tonight. It's Friday again. We have the women's class happening tonight. It's going to be some good training tonight. Make sure you guys come on out if you're available. We got a lot of upcoming tournaments and a lot of upcoming fights. So let's run through some of them. First off, shout out to all the guys who have competed in the last few weekends. All the competitors from Jiu-Jitsu World League, all the competitors out. Did we have any Grappling Industries? No, that got canceled, didn't it? Okay. Grappling Industries got canceled, so no one in Grappling Industries. Shout out to Coach Logan making his MMA debut last week. Again, didn't get the W, but we'll be back. Okay, so shout out to Coach Logan for going out there representing, and we'll have a much more fights coming soon. We have this Saturday, we got Naga. Some of you guys are going out for Naga, so good luck to the competitors out there. Currently going on, not really relative to our gym since we're a no-gi school, but we got Masters Worlds happening in Las Vegas right now. So shout out to those who listen and who are Masters competitors, all the OGs out there doing their thing and still competing. You got to love it, seeing all the people out there. Demetrius Johnson out there, he just got a gold medal in his division, so that was crazy to see. But yeah, I know like those events have been really picking up, and like as far as the numbers, as far as like all the high level competitors. Obviously, we got No-Gi Worlds coming in December, so make sure you guys, if you're getting ready for No-Gi Worlds, make sure you guys are going out strong to represent for the 10th Planet team. We're winning that team title this year. Mark my words, we're gonna get that team title, no question about it. There's gonna be a No-Gi Worlds. What do you call it? It's going to be just a rainfall of 10th Planet competitors. They're just coming down to represent. We're coming for it. We're storming it. That's the word. We're storming No-Gi Worlds this year. So all my guys out there who are jiu-jitsu fanatics, those who want to represent for the 10th Planet team, those guys who are a part of our team, make sure you go out there and let's represent. Let's get a good run at the title. And, it's been a long time coming that he should have got this No-Gi Worlds title a long time ago for the 10th Planet team. I think it's going to happen December 7th through 9th. Okay, so mark your calendars. You're not going to know when you're going to compete until what, Mark? What is it, a week out or like a couple days out? So book accordingly.
Yeah, not sure. I think what I heard was for World Masters, the schedule came out a month before.
Okay, so we'll see. Just make sure you guys try to plan some extra days around it. You're in Vegas anyway, so enjoy the extra time while you're out there, okay? We have the Reno Muay Thai Purist tournament coming in October. I think we got a few fighters on that one. And actually in a couple weeks, we got the PKB coming in Santa Cruz. So if you guys want to jump into the PKB circuit, again, a nice introduction to competition for you guys who want to start getting your Muay Thai journey going. Jump into those PKBs. Again, they're really good for you to get the experience level up. Okay. Now, today, I had a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about with just this past few months and everything going by as we're nearing into the winter and to the fall. Summer, again, has been great. A lot of people were out and doing the thing for vacation. Everyone's been going out and doing and like trying to move about since a lot of the vacation spots opened up again since the pandemic. And we're going to be working to expand the gym even more and more. And we got a lot more content coming out for you guys. So again, stay tuned. Just make sure you guys are in the loop. We got a lot more fights coming up, and always having classes for everyone who wants to train with us. So come on by if you guys are interested, and if you guys are listeners and you don't train with us, again, feel free to stop on by anytime you're available, and we'll get you guys taken care of. So this past Saturday was a big one for us. All right, we had moving on to the fights. We had a big fight in UFC Singapore, right? Mark, was that a thing? Pay-per-view? No, it wasn't pay-per-view, right? It was free on ESPN Plus. But who else was on that card? If you can run through some of the main card.
Let's see. We got Junior Tafa beats Parker Porter by first round knockout. Mm-hmm. We got Aaron Blanchfield beats Talia Santos decision.
Oh, Aaron Blanchfield's on the tear. Okay.
We have Rinya Nakamura winning a decision against Fernie Garcia. Mm-hmm. We have Giga Chikadze.
Oh, that's the one I didn't see. Go ahead.
Beats Alex Caceres. I need to rewatch that.
Oh, man, I got to watch that one. I was hoping for Caceres because he was been on the tear, but Giga I like too. I respect it.
Yeah,
okay.
The Giga kick. And then Anthony Smith beats Ryan Smad in a decision.
Mm-hmm. Ryan Smith, shout out to the OG.
Yep. Then the main event that you're going to jump into, Max Holloway and Korean Zombie.
Man, what a fight. I got to talk about this main event for a little second, guys, because the main event, Max Holloway versus the Korean Zombie, what an emotional fight. What a fight filled with a lot of very monumental moments as far as like the UFC and just in fighting, as far as on the one side of the winner, we have Max Holloway fighting his first fight since the Maui fires. And shout out to all those who've lost anything during the Maui fires. We never spoke on that at all. But, heart is heavy for all those in Maui. I've been to Maui many times. And I think that the place as far as like destinations, it's one of the greatest spaces you can go for a stay, and to see that happen to them in Maui is very, very heartbreaking. But Max went out there with Hawaii on his back as usual, but it was a little more weight behind it this time, and he was coming out to represent Hawaii, coming out to represent his home, even though he's not from Maui himself. It's close enough. It's from the state of Hawaii. He wore those red shorts in honor of Lahaina, and it was a good time to see Max represent for his people and unite his people during this time. And then on the opposite end of that spectrum, we got the Korean Zombie, who's been very emotional in the last few fights since the last fight he fought. The last fight he had was against Volkanovski, and which was a hard fight to watch. Volkanovski had a really, really dominant victory against the Korean Zombie, and Korean Zombie got hurt pretty bad in that fight. Mark, can you remind me what before the Korean Zombie fought Volk? What was his fight before that?
It was he beat Dan Ige in a decision, then lost to Ortega in a decision.
Oh yeah, and the Ortega fight was tough too. Okay,
and then the round 1 TKO against Frankie Edgar.
He won that one.
Okay. And then he beat Renato Moicano. Looks like round 1 TKO.
So Korean Zombie, again, the Korean Zombie, as far as his legacy, it's unquestionable that he is a legend in the sport. There's no question for that. Coming into this fight, we already knew that he was close to retirement, because I think he spoke on it after the Volk fight. He was saying, he wants to be a champion. He doesn't want to fight for anything except for the best right now. He's been in the game for a while, and he wanted to get that belt. But he was not taking second best. He was not taking anything except a championship bout. And Max was the only way to get there. Max ultimately one of the greats as well. I think the only fighter who has beaten him in the featherweight division is Volkanovski. And then we are very, very unsure if they're gonna continue to fight again, Max and Volk, because they fought 3 times already. But Korean Zombie had to get through Max in order to get back to that title shot. There was no question about it. Max is still up there as the number 1 contender. But with Korean coming in after that hard fight against Volkanovski, coming in, he came in with intention to win. I think from the get-go, from the bell, he came in aggressive, came in swinging hard, just like ridiculous speed, ridiculous pace. Korean Zombie is not known for, just any kind of like small, timid kind of style. He's always very, it's always very either aggressive or calculated aggression. But this time didn't seem too calculated. He kind of just went in super aggressive and didn't really have a care in the world. Just went and tried to take Max's head off. And then Max, being the sharp striker he is, ended up getting caught, catching Korean Zombie a few times. He also took a few shots as well. But, the Korean Zombie, unfortunately, was a little over aggressive, and by the third round got caught big time by Max and just was dropped, KO'd, lights out. And it was a tough KO to see. Afterwards in the fight, Korean Zombie makes the decision to retire there in Singapore and hang up the gloves. And again, it's one of the stories that it's tough to see a fighter you love so much go out on such a tough fight and a fight where he's losing. Also, not having been able to achieve the goals he set out to achieve, getting that championship belt. But again, there's no question about Korean Zombie and legacy. And I think we should talk about, the difference between champions and legends, right? Because you don't have to be necessarily a champion to be a legend and vice versa. There's going to be times when guys, for example, one of my favorite fighters, Genki Sudo, never was the top champion in the UFC, was one of my favorite fighters. We got a lot of fighters who have done great things and never ended up getting a UFC belt. You talk about Fedor, Alistair Overeem. But again, the list goes on. But Korean Zombie was something special because he was just a fighter's fighter, and he never had a boring fight. Not one time do you remember the Korean Zombie in a boring fight. First ever. Was he the first to do the twister, Mark? I think he was the first, right? As far as the twister, what a legendary submission. Mark's going to look that up for us. But he's first fighter to get one of the first fighters to get a twister submission in the UFC. Great jiu-jitsu. Knockouts across his career, just like boom. Or having been knocked down, coming back. He's had some fights where he's been slept as well, but he always comes back and has just a tremendous, tremendous fight pace. Super aggressive, and just got to love it. So, again, my respect goes out to the Korean Zombie. My heart goes out to him. I hope in the next part of his journey, and maybe he's going to be a coach, maybe he's going to do something with his YouTube channel, but in the next part of his life, I wish him nothing but success. And he's a fan favorite. He's always going to be one of my favorites, all the way back to the WEC days. And you got to give a lot of respect to that man, and you got to make sure you pay homage to the Korean Zombie, that featherweight division. I hope he goes into the Hall of Fame one day in the UFC, because his fights are just magical. Mark, what do we got on that?
It was the first twister in UFC.
The first twist in UFC history. How many got now? 3 or 4, right? Three. And just how rare that submission is. It was just crazy. And the way he did it, too, against Leonard Garcia, a guy he had a war with. Don't forget those Leonard Garcia days. Mark, you remember that fight? The first Leonard Garcia and Korean Zombie fight? It was that's one of the favorite fights of all time. Oh, my God. Mark, what do you got to say about the Zombie, man? I know I've been pouring my heart out here for him.
Yeah, dude, what a great fighter, a legendary fighter. I like what you said about you can be a legend without necessarily needing to be a champion. And there's a lot of guys like that. Diaz Bros, for example.
Oh yeah, Nick. I mean, they were Nick was a Strikeforce champion. Nate was the Ultimate Fighter champion, but never had the UFC gold. But how much fans do the UFC? I mean, the Diaz brother halves combined compared to like most of the UFC roster. I mean, they people are just obsessed with the Diaz brothers. They got mad love and respect for them. It doesn't matter if you won the UFC belt, because people know who the real champions are out there. People can tell who the real fighters are out there. Korean Zombie is definitely one of them. He's a real fighter. He doesn't give a F what's going on. He's coming forward. He's marching you down. He's kill or be killed attitude. And the paradox of his personality just being so respectful, so nice. Even when Brian Ortega was having that drama with him, he was still super respectful and nice. And you just never had an ill will in his heart, but came to kill. That was the crazy thing. No ill will, but came to kill. What a mindset. What a way to go about it. Really, the Korean Zombie just embodied it. When he walked out to the Zombie song, it was so emotional when he walked out to it. The whole crowd singing. He embodied the Zombie, man. Just walked forward, just didn't care, and just fought his heart out. So big shout out to Chan Sung Jun. And I hope, again, you guys check out his YouTube channel. He's actually pretty popping on YouTube. He's got like 1 million subscribers, something like that, and he's killing it. So we'll see. I think Holloway was joking about his singing career, but he doesn't have a bad voice either. So we'll see. Maybe he'll have a step into K-pop. And if he does, reference back this podcast. All right, guys. That's it. That's enough for today. Okay, enough of that nonsense. I hope you guys enjoy. You guys, thank you again for listening and all that good stuff. So we'll see you guys soon. Newsletter coming out soon as well. And you guys get more updates for the gym and that side. So take care, guys. Train hard, stay consistent.